Hello Aries, welcome to your new moon reading for August. This is a general reading for all Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So the message is for whoever needs to hear it. Sometimes it really resonates, and other times it's just not for you. So let's keep that in mind. Like I said, energies could be reversed, could be vice versa. But you, Aries, I feel like you are coming to a point of completion. So I think the cards are ready to really have a message for you. So I think you have been at a real standstill about making a decision about something that you know has to come to an end. Because it's a big decision you have to make, but it's about you moving on and being free. And I think you know you're moving towards this completion. And I think you know that until you make a decision about this person you're with, you're not going to be able to move on. So I think maybe some of you have maybe turned to your work and pulled back. I'm picking up some real passive-aggressive energy going on. Quite possibly with an earth sign who you are dealing with. Maybe it's your boss. That could be going on. Maybe there's something going on, an undercurrent at work. And things are on the hush-hush, or you're feeling like you're being left out of the loop. There's a little bit of that going on. But, I mean, you are truly at a crossroads. And it's time for you to make a decision. And until you make a decision, you can't move on. And maybe it's a decision about this King of Pentacles. You know, this is usually somebody who is married, is a boss type of person. They're really together. They're very stable, very materialistic. But it sits here with this, Knight of Swords reversed. So I feel like there's a secret between you and this person, or, somebody knows something about someone. And maybe that's what puts you at a place now where you have to make a decision. Maybe something happened at work and somebody's covering for you. That could be. But it's just a matter of time before it comes out. Now, for others, there is an issue of love. Maybe this is a workplace romance. Those are never easy, Aries. Never, ever easy. So I feel like you are going to be put in a position where you have to make a decision about how you are moving about. I'm picking up a work situation here, Aries. It's like you have to make a decision whether you want to continue having this quiet, secret affair with your boss, because it's not so quiet. It comes out, is what I see. And the thing is if this person is married, Aries, and and you're not married, I gotta tell you, it never looks good for the mistress or the mister that this is happening to. So I think you see that you need to close this door, make a decision once and for all. You got a lot to lose, and I know that your intuition is really talking to you, wanting you to say, I don't know whether I can give this another chance. Because this whole, I'm going to call it an affair, Aries, has left you really unstable because, there was a lot of anxiety of people finding out what was going on between you and them. Yeah, that wasn't good. It was about to come out. And I do feel like it is somebody at work. And look, I think their wife finds out about you, which is worse. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think you know what you need to do. And I know it doesn't feel fair because you two had this amazing, passionate connection. But I think for some people, I get as conquest. It's like they were after the chase and then they caught you. And then it didn't matter so much. Now remember, this is not for all Aries. We all know who we are. See, here comes, yeah. So Wow, it's almost like everything comes to a head. So Aries, out comes the Queen, and she sees how bad this is. And for some of you, this could actually be you represented through the King and the Queen, you as a couple. There's no movement, and you know that something has to change because there's no more love between the two of you. I do see that. Oh, yeah, somebody moves on. Somebody moves on, even if they feel like it's a loss. What don't you see coming, Aries? What don't you see coming? Woo. See, yeah. I think, Aries, what happens is, somehow you want to walk out of this feeling really good and really confident. And I think you've been under a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. Quite possibly, it's almost like out of nowhere. It's like divine intervention comes down and drops an opportunity in your lap that might actually help you move away from this situation with this other person. Because if this is you, you've been in a real anxious state. Because if this is your relationship, I mean, you guys have been butting heads. There's been no movement. You're not talking really well. Like I said, I pick up this passive aggressiveness, and then if this is a work situation, now the other person, their wife, finds out that you have been seeing the boss, and it's not the first time it's happened, but it's almost like they get done. They're done with that too. So I see a lot of endings. But it's almost what's necessary because nobody's winning right now. Nobody is winning. And you want to pretend that all is well. And you've been hurt. It's like I said, I get the feeling that this person was more out of the chase, after the chase, to see whether or not they could get you. So now what? Right? Oh, my cards, they're all mixed up. Yeah. All right, so what sits above you, Aries? Let's see what sits above you at this time. Yeah, see, this whole work thing, it's never a good idea to get involved with anybody at work. It just doesn't work in the end. Unless, of course, you're husband and wife and you go into a business, I mean, it's not to say it doesn't always work. But if you're involved with the boss, I think it's almost like something is revealed. A secret comes out. Something is said. And it's just a matter of time for this to happen. And that's when you finally put your foot on and you can start making some moves. And I think that's when you finally get to this point of, I'm done. I'm going to close this door. I'm going to take this new opportunity that's coming my way. Because if you continue to sneak on around, it's just going to get worse. Because it's almost like, I get the feeling that if you continue the way it is, you almost feel like you're owned. Because everything, what if? Like if I say anything, maybe I'll lose my job. If I do this, maybe they'll lose their job. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's just this real element of you not coming out ahead until you make a decision to close this door and move on. But something comes in and helps you make that decision. So sometimes we need a little push. I think you get that push. Because you've been like really suspended. I really feel like you've been so unbalanced, not knowing what to do. There's like this new beginnings coming because you break a cycle. Because this has been a real burden in your life. This whole affair, what's been going on, it's been really heavy. And this is like, you guys have done this before. Either this is a pattern with you, Aries, or this is somebody who maybe, again, an illegitimate child. Did you have a kid with this person? and you didn't want them to know, and maybe they're paying you off. Wow, that's a real twist to the story. Oh, but I do see that this is something you two, when you come together, and it's probably, like I say, you probably have a real passionate connection. You know, it's like the cat and mouse game was a really great chase. But does it leaves somebody alone, and somebody not the winner, and somebody really hurt. Because I almost pick up that you try to walk away from this and you end up pregnant. And then what? That's horrible. But this is about you breaking the cycle. So you don't want to say something. See, something is, but it's like time has run out for you. Time has run out for you. And it's like, now come all these endings. If you want to be happy at work, you might have to really look at this new offer that's coming your way. Because, again, a work relationship, Aries, it never is good. It never comes out good. And I think it's a matter of time. You're just like waiting for the ball to drop. You know, so you might as well make a decision. Make a decision. You know, how are you going to handle this whole mess that you're in? Are you going to deal with your boss in a real good way? Are you going to say anything? Or are you just going to pull back and hope it disappears? Because look, if his wife found out about you, oh my God, it's not going to go away. And somebody at work really wants to see you hurt. Somebody likes this, Aries. Job promotion. Somebody gets a job promotion. See, but you have such a resistance of this change, of walking away. And it could be because, well, maybe you get stuck because, did you get pregnant? Again, the illegitimate child. It's like, oh my God, now what do I do? Now you might not be able to walk away. Future outcome, Aries. See, you're carrying a burden. You were left. Really, it's like you got what you deserved. If you were fooling around with somebody and you ended up pregnant, okay, I feel like you got what you deserved here. I mean, here we have the 5 of Cups and you're feeling very alone. And I'm not trying to like belittle you or anything, but, you know, you start messing around with a married person and you end up pregnant. You're gonna be the one that ends up alone. You know, alone and pregnant. Now, how's that going to pan out at work? But I do feel like a new offer comes in. Like there is another offer that's hovering around you. And it's like divine intervention. It's what comes in and actually helps you deal with this big mess with this person. Final cards of advice for our Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this new moon. Final cards of advice. But I see you moving towards a decision and a completion. Okay, but you know, you may not come out the winner. And I think you need to like really understand that. You may not come out the winner. You know, because there's a lot of fighting and a lot of conflict as a result of what just went down. Because a lot of people got hurt. A lot of people got hurt and everybody's guard is up. But I always feel like it's better for everything to finally come out because now it can be dealt with. But somebody's very angry as a result of this, and it's probably you. Don't be angry, especially if you did this. But it's got to come to an end. You're not going to get a second chance. So you need to make a decision about moving on and moving away from this kind of an energy.